Did you know that the U.S. deported more than 250,000 immigrants in 2022 alone? And now, with the 2024 election on the horizon, former President Donald Trump is promising even more drastic measures. What does this mean for millions of undocumented immigrants living in the U.S.? We're about to break it down. Good evening, I'm Kate Williams, and welcome to the Insight 360 channel. Tonight, we're diving into Donald Trump's bold immigration plans for 2025, specifically his proposed mass deportation strategy. What impact could this have on vulnerable communities, and how might it shift the landscape of U.S. immigration policy? Stay with us for a detailed look. Trump's immigration agenda is controversial, to say the least. His proposed 2025 deportation plan has been met with widespread criticism, and it's no surprise. Under his leadership, the U.S. saw aggressive enforcement measures, including family separations and the construction of a partial border wall. The new plan seeks to escalate those policies, with mass deportations expected to be at the core of his strategy. But public opinion remains sharply divided. While many in his base see these moves as a necessary response to illegal immigration, immigrant advocacy groups, and even some legal experts warn that this could tear families apart and violate fundamental human rights. Moreover, Trump would likely face intense legal challenges, with several states and local governments ready to fight back in the courts. How far can he go if he wins in 2024? To understand what's at stake, we need to look at Trump's previous immigration policies. During his first term, Trump made headlines with his zero-tolerance policy, which led to the separation of thousands of children from their parents at the border. This strategy drew global condemnation, but many of his supporters still view it as a tough but necessary stance on immigration. In 2025, his approach could be even more aggressive. According to reports, mass deportations could be expanded using U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and Border Patrol. Some experts predict this could lead to widespread fear, with immigrant families living in constant uncertainty. Moreover, groups like Dreamers under DACA could see their protections revoked, putting them at risk of being sent back to countries they've never known. How will vulnerable communities cope with these drastic measures? But here's where things get really concerning. Trump's potential strategy could push the boundaries of U.S. immigration enforcement. He's hinted at a crackdown on sanctuary cities, which refuse to fully cooperate with federal immigration authorities. By threatening to withhold federal funding, he could force these cities to comply. This could increase deportations in areas that have long resisted Trump's policies. It's also possible that new alliances like increased cooperation between ICE and local law enforcement could create a more formidable force behind this deportation agenda. And if that wasn't enough, Trump's plan could target entire communities with no regard for the devastation it would cause to families already established in the U.S. The question is, will this result in a more controlled, safer immigration system, or is this a path to fear and division? We want to hear from you. What do you think of Trump's deportation strategy? Is it a necessary step towards securing the border, or an inhumane approach to immigration? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and to check out our other reports on immigration policies for more in-depth analysis. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back with more coverage right here on the Insight 360 channel.